All right, guys. So I'm going to show you in this video how to I'm going to go over everything about Clipfy. And you need to watch this video. All right, you need to watch this video because it's going to go over everything and all these tips and tricks and hacks that I have to use Clipfy appropriately so that you get the best results. And if you skip this video and you just jump right into it, you're not going to be able to use it effectively and you're going to waste all your credits and all your time creating content that's not really that sick. So listen to this video. Seriously, watch this whole video if you want to get good results with this tool. If not, then good luck. All right, so let's just jump right into it. The first thing is, what is Clipfy? So when you log in, this is Clipfy. What you do, the general concept is you upload a bunch of video clips and you upload a bunch of audio files. And let's say you upload 100 video clips and 100 audio files. Then whenever you want to create content, you just go over here and you click create. You select your video clips and then you select audio clips. And then you select how many clips you want to export. Let's say 10. You hit create clips and then boom, you will instantly have content that you can post, 10 clips that you can post. But let's go through some of the specifics. This tool is so powerful and you're going to see why in just a second. So, okay. All right, so how it works basically again is you upload short clips, video clips, and you want to upload a bunch of them to your media library. And you upload the video clips to your media library. Now you see these audio clips are 30 seconds, 29, 28, 30, 28. Whatever the length of your audio is, the system will auto adjust the background clip to the length of your audio. So when you go to create clips, you don't need to worry about selecting the duration of the clip if you have audio on it, okay? So it will automatically adjust to the length of the audio clip. If you're not using audio, you will want to pick the amount of duration for your clip. Okay, and then right here, maximum duration seconds and minimum and maximum is how long do you want each clip to play for? In terms of in terms of the clips that are being added to your full background clip. And that's the minimum duration and the maximum duration. All right. So it goes over the clip lengths. So basically what you can do is you can take a bunch of clips from a bunch of footage from a library that you have access to, or you can pull it from the internet, or we have a Google Drive of a bunch of clips that you can use in our group, and you upload it, right? And let's say it's a 10-second clip. The AI is going to take maybe 1 to 2 seconds of that 10-second clip, and then it's going to take 1 to 2 seconds of this clip, and it's going to take 1 to 2 seconds of this clip, and 1 to 2 seconds of this clip, and 1 to 2 seconds of this clip. And it's going to mash them all together to make one long clip that can be run in the background of your audio. And the beauty of this system is every time you go here to create clips, you get a unique version of the background. So with all my luxury clips, it always randomizes the order of the background of the clips. So boom, 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 right? Always a random background. So every time you export content, it is a unique piece of content. All right. So what you want to do if you're going to use the audio feature, you can use 11 Labs to generate speech. Right? So you can get a bunch of audio files over from 11 Labs if you don't want to speak it, or you can record your own voice. Now, here's the cool thing. When you record your own voice, you can just record it as a video, and then you can upload video clips in the audio section. So you don't need to have MP3 files. They can be video files, and it'll just pull the audio off of your video files. Okay, so they don't need to be MP3 files to upload audio. It's going to be faster if you use MP3, but you can put videos in here as well. So for example, you could essentially steal someone's audio from their TikTok video and then just pull their TikTok video, upload it as audio, and have it in here as audio that will run over your clip. Okay, so you can either use 11 Labs, your own audio, or take other people's audio if you want to. Do what you will with it. It's up to you how you want to use that and how you want to get the audio. Now, where to find clips? There's two great ways to do this. One, I have a bunch of B-roll footage on my phone. Everywhere I go, if I'm at the beach, I take a photo. I take a quick video. If I'm at lunch, I take a quick video. I'm always taking videos. Sometimes it's of me, sometimes it's of the scenery, sometimes it's of whatever is in my view at the moment. And if you get a bunch of cinematic clips, great. You can then add all of those clips to your content library. You can also find content banks online, right? There's tons of different content banks. Just search content banks and you can find content there. You can go to Canva and export a bunch of clips from Canva. There are unlimited amounts of places to find, basically B-roll footage is what we're calling it, right? So that's how you get the clips. You don't need to have a voiceover. So if you want to just randomize a bunch of clips, you can export videos that are just a bunch of random background clips so that you can put text over them. So you do not need to select audio, okay? That's an interesting thing. That's going to be used a lot for me upcoming here soon. Now, if you're going to upload clips, if you're going to upload your own clips, I want you to know this. Upload clips that are 1 to 4 seconds long, and if you're uploading clips longer than that, you might want to trim the clips before you upload them to your media library. Now, this is a 25-second clip, right? Let's see what this clip is that was uploaded to the media library. So this 25-second clip is actually made up of how many different clips already? I don't know. It's so that's already 3 different. So these are all static image clips, right? That's 4, right? So there are essentially in this 25 seconds, there are probably 10 different clips within this. Okay, so if you upload this, the AI is going to randomly pick 1 to 2 seconds of this 25-second clip, and that could just be this image. So if you really want to maximize the system, you want to upload 1 to 4 second video clips of one thing, right? So when I do my footage, I film for 1 to 4 seconds, and then I stop, and then I film something else for 1 to 4 seconds, and I stop, and 1 to 4 seconds, I stop. If I have longer clips, I cut it into 1 to 4 second clips so that the system can pull unique clips every time. If you have a content bank that has like a 4 or 5 second clip that is made up of 3 second clips already, then you really have a 4 second clip that is just 3 different clips, and it kind of messes with the system a little bit. It doesn't mess with the system, but it messes with your output. So if you really want a clean output, you want to upload 1 to 4 second video clips of individual things, if that makes sense. You'll see what I mean as you start exporting content and you have generated clips. But for example, if you look at this clip, let's just watch this. Okay, this is one. See how it changed really quick? Okay. See, that's one full clip see that clip right there. Did you see that? How it quickly changed? It was the same clip, but that clip was divided into 2 clips, so the cut was way quicker. You'll see as you play around with it, but the point is you just want to upload 1 to 4 second clips if you can. And if you're going to use a content library, if you really want a smooth output, go into that content and cut it up into 1 to 4 second clips of one thing. Now, naming conventions really play a role here because, and it's with audio only essentially. What you name your audio file is how you're going to identify your outputted clip, right? So let's see this. Okay, so when it's exported, when the final clip is exported with this audio, it's going to say 11 Labs 2025-08 Adam, blah, blah, blah. This tells me nothing about what the clip is about, right? But whatever you name the audio clip will inform you as to when your generated clips are like what they are associated with, right? So contractor MP3. I know this is coming from the ES folder, which is the ES project, and it's the contractor voiceover. So when I export this and I'm uploading to social media, I don't want to upload, the contractor voiceover 3 times in a row, even though it has different backgrounds. I want to, do life coach, restaurant owner, contractor, vets, and then maybe contractor again, and then maybe life coach again and restaurant, right? You want to rotate between them. You don't want 3 or 4 contractors in a row. So whatever you name your audio is going to show up right here, and this helps you stay organized when you're exporting. I learned this the hard way in the beginning. I was exporting a bunch of clips that had just basically a bunch of gibberish here, and it was very hard to tell what I was doing and how to stay organized. Okay, so keep that in mind. Whatever you name your audio file, it will show up here, and that's how you're going to stay organized. And when you export it, that's how it's going to export. And then you also get the benefit of seeing what folder it's in here in a second. I'll touch on that in a second. So creating folders to stick with themes. This is huge because we added folders so that when you upload content to your media library, it's not just all in one spot. You can actually go ahead and add media and add it to a folder. So you drag and drop the folder, but let's go back here real quick. So let's say you want to create, this is a guy, TJR. A lot of clippers will take his content and repurpose it and, use it that way. So if I'm working on a TJR project, what I want to do is I want to manage my folders here. So what I'm going to do is add a new project, and I'll call it TJR, like I already have, and hit create project. Okay. Or you could do it here when you go to add media. You're about to upload a bunch of folders. You can say create new folder, and you'll put TJR clips, just like I have up here. Okay. And so that means the only assets in this folder are going to be TJR clips. And if you had 100 TJR clips, then great. You've got a bank of TJR clips that you can use again and again. And again, the system will randomize those background clips for you. Now you can do the same thing with audio. So when you want to upload your audio, you click over to here to audio files, and then you might do TJR audio. Okay. This really helps you stay organized, and then you upload to that folder. Now that really helps you stay organized because when you go to create clips, you basically just go to the TJR audio, if I didn't put it in here, and then you click your TJR video, and then you can create an output folder too, which would be TJR. All right, create. You select your thing. Let's say you export 50 videos. Boom. When you go to your generated clips, all you have to do is select that folder for your output. So let's just, take, for example, this is the BOS output folder. So these are all the clips that I've outputted for the BOS project. And that also helps you stay organized, right? So you're just mixing and matching folders, right? And you can mix and match whatever folder you want. You can do as much crossover as you want. And organizing this however you want is going to be like the key to your success, essentially. But that's a huge feature that made things a lot easier for me as I was using this tool to create massive amounts of content. Now you can also select videos and delete them. Like I don't do TJR clipping. I was just doing it as a test. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete all these TJR clips out of my library. Go ahead and delete. And then also if you have manage folders, if you have a folder that you don't really want, like these TJR assets, I don't care about TJR. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete TJR out of there. And so now I've been able to clean up my library. No more TJR. And then even in generated clips, if there was a TJR folder, you just go boom, done. If you want to delete individual clips, you just hit select all and boom, 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 boom. And then you can hit delete, or you can export the clips, right? So that's huge. Mixing audio and video clips. We just kind of went over that, using folders to stay organized, deleting content. Moving slowly before moving fast. Okay, it's going to take you a second to get a feel for the system. And when I first started using this, I was like, hell yeah, dude, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create video. I'm going to select this folder, select this, and I'm going to do 50. I'm going to output 50. And then you output 50 and you go over generated clips, and now you have 50 clips that you can use. But you notice something like, oh shoot, I uploaded the files incorrectly, or these 1 to 4 second clips don't really look that good, or whatever it is. And so you're gonna wanna take it slow. And I'm telling you, just export one at a time in the beginning until you understand how the system works, because you're gonna burn through credit so fast. Yeah, exactly. If you, let's say you're on the 10 clips a day plan, if you do 10 clips and they come out wrong because you didn't do something right in here, or the minimum duration or the maximum duration wasn't set properly, or it just didn't work for some reason, you just burnt through all 10 videos and you end up with a bunch of generated clips that you're not really stoked about. So just go one at a time, get used to it, figure it out. And then once you really understand the system and the organization of it, that's when you can really start cranking with this. Okay. And I will say this: the more videos that you add to your libraries, um, or your folders or your projects, right? The better your result is going to be. So, for example, if we go to create again, luxury clips. I only have 27 assets in the luxury clips. So every time I export luxury clips, they're basically just combinations of the same clips, right? If you want real diversity and unlimited amounts of diversity, obviously it's all going to be variations of the same clips all the time. But if you really want real diversity, upload like 100 clips and you will have really unique videos every single time, right? So the more assets you add, the better, because then you get to, if you did 100, so let's see, if you have 100 luxury clips in here, you never really have to upload any more than that, because you'll always get unique clips. And if you have 100 audios in your audio folder, which I only have 16 here, 20 here, and 11 here, if this one's the best, but if you have 100 assets in your audio folder, when you go and export 50 clips, you still haven't even reached the maximum amount of audio that you're using. And you have like sort of unlimited backgrounds mathematically because of the way that the system works. So the point is, the more assets you upload, the more diversity you get. And the more diversity you get, the better for moving fast, and the better for your content overall. Okay, that is good. Now, in some cases, for example, you might have like, I made some TikTok shop videos, okay? And so I have 9 assets in here. I actually don't want too much variety here, because I'm using a bench press in the videos. And so I just want only videos of me using that bench press. So it's not like I don't necessarily want a bunch of assets. I just want focused assets. But if I had 20 different clips of me using the bench press, then that's fine. I can use those same 20 clips in rotation with different audios again and again and again, and it's not that big of a deal. But if you want to do like massive volume, upload a lot of different clips. If you want to do a lot of testing, just upload a lot of different clips. At the end of the day, the more clips, the better. But you can also use this to create very focused content as well. So again, you might only have 9 assets in the obstacle video clips, but maybe you have like 100 different audios that you lay over it. Like, you found that these certain clips work very well, and you just really need to add audio diversity. You can play it that way. But again, move slow before moving fast. Then exporting. Exporting is super easy. Once your clips are generated, like if they are in a folder, you can just select the clips. You can select all and export it to a zip file or individually. Boom, hit download, right? Or you could deselect all and I only want to select these three and export them that way. Perfect. You export them to your desktop, send them to your phone, or whatever. I think you can do this all on your phone as well, but I would recommend doing it on desktop first just to get a feel for it. All right, so let's talk about some use cases. Storytelling content. So basically what you could do is you could go to Claude, for example, and you could say, hey, I want 20 I want 20 45-second kids story scripts. Kids story scripts that are fun and interesting for 7-year-olds. Let's make them about superheroes and our superheroes conquering super villains. Okay, boom, you get a bunch of different scripts. I don't want to like send that right now, but you get a bunch of different scripts like that. Then you head over to 11 Labs, you put the scripts in here, you download all those audios and then upload it all to Clipfy, and then you go and get a bunch of like cool superhero like, you know, background videos, and now you can create a YouTube channel that is kids stories, kids superhero stories. Okay, that content tends to do super freaking well. That type of content tends to do super freaking well on YouTube Shorts. Okay, so you could build a whole YouTube channel and get a bunch of subscribers with this. Okay, you need to export 50 videos a day and then schedule 10 videos a day for a month in like, you know, a couple minutes. It's crazy. And then build a YouTube channel around kids stories, and then you can monetize through ads. That's a play. That's a huge play right there. It's something I want to do. Personal brand content. You can upload a bunch of 1 to 4 second clips of you in different places, eating lunch, driving a fancy car, on vacation, at the beach, whatever. Your lifestyle content, you can upload a bunch of those clips and then upload a bunch of audio. Maybe you want to tell stories about how you got successful, or you know, whatever it is, whatever your content is about, you upload a bunch of audio files to pair with that sort of personal brand content. You can have great content for your personal brand. Or you could just export those clips into like 8-second clips. You can go over here and hit create, and all you want is the clips, and you just do 8 seconds, and it's going to give you a bunch of different 8-second clips that are just a combination of all the different clips that you have with those 8 seconds. And then you go to post it on Instagram, and you can put your text over the video on Instagram if you like. You see what I mean? You see a lot of personal brands doing that. Promotional content. A lot of the stuff that I've been creating is just straight promotional content for things like BuildWithOS. So let's go to the output folder so I can show you what I mean by promotional content. So listen. Okay. So basically you can go to Claude and say, I need 20 scripts that promote my software, Build with OS, os.com. Please visit this website, the site and learn everything you can to generate these clips. Yeah, make the script, sorry, make them enticing, blah, 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 blah. Whatever you want, right? Boom, it's going to give you 20 promotional scripts, and then you can just throw it over some background clips. The system will automatically do it for you. Got it? Promotional content. This actually is great because you can just spam the internet with promotional content like that, and it actually kind of feels cool, and it drives a shit ton of traffic. Just by doing this, straight promotional stuff, I've grown over 170 subscribers on a YouTube channel and I drove over 94 signups to a software in just 1.5 weeks. Okay, just doing that. That's fucking crazy. So if you have a software or anything that you want to promote, you can just do those promotional clips. TikTok shop content. Okay, I uploaded a bunch of these ridiculous clips of me. Where is it? Ops Core of me. Check this out. Okay, right? Those were just all I did was take a bunch of random clips of me using this thing, and then I recorded a bunch of audio, and then I threw it all into the system. And every time I ask it, it just generates a new but similar clip. These are unique. Never gonna get duplicate content. Same clips, different order, right? Same clips, different order, right? Now I exported all of these, and then I just go and I upload them to TikTok. It's a crapshoot, dude. The more content you upload, the more chances you have of succeeding. Okay, so this is huge. I'm probably going to end up. I'm not even trying to make money with TikTok Shop, but I'm probably going to end up making money with TikTok Shop. Okay, SEO content. What do I mean by this? If you put out 50, okay, let's say you've got a software and you create 50 video and you create 5 videos a day and schedule them out. All right, what you do is then you go over to Claude and say, I need, you take the script, you actually take the script or the audio file and say, read this file or script and make an SEO optimized description that I can use as a caption for this video. Okay. All right. You do that on if you do an optimized description on every single video, you have 5 videos go out a day for a month. What is that? 5 times 30. So whatever 5 times 30 is, you have that many videos that have SEO optimized descriptions that mention your keywords, your brand, and you're going to start ranking for that shit so quickly, dude. So you can just use this to basically spam the internet with content that also has SEO optimized captions, and that's going to help you rank because the search engines and the social media networks are going to see, oh my God, this guy produces more content than anyone else around this topic. Because you're cranking on a level that no one else can crank at. Supplemental traffic. I like this one. I'm going to start using this one. Let's say you have a personal brand. Let's say you have a 400,000 followers. Instead of paying clippers to clip up your content, you can use this tool to clip up your content and create other accounts that just point to your account. Okay. So you can actually, and if you talk in your videos and stuff, you can use all the audio from your main account and just create all these other accounts that just create content and point to your main account. Okay, so that way your main account goes from 400,000 followers to 900,000 followers. So many dudes and women who use clippers increase their followers like crazy because there's so many other accounts that are talking about their main account. Point to the main. And that's how you actually grow a huge personal brand. You're everywhere because you have mad accounts pointing back to your main, and it's supplemental traffic. Or you could have mad other accounts pointing back to your software. So on your main account, you can talk about how well your software is doing, right? You'll probably be seeing me do that. Volume plays. That's basically what I was just saying with the software thing. If you have a company, like a software company or whatever it is, like you sell like a new age chewing gum, or you have like a cool product that you have, you could create like 50 let's say you create 5 different YouTube accounts, TikTok accounts, and IG accounts, and you post to those. You post promotional content every day. If you get 200 views per video only, let's just say, okay, 200 views per video, and you post 5 times a day, that's 1,000 views a day times 5 accounts that you're posting on equals 5,000 views on your product every day. 200 views is low. Okay, imagine if one of those videos goes viral, or imagine if your average views across all accounts is 1,000. Now you're at, it would be 5,000 views a day on one account. So that would be 5,000 times 5. So that'd be 25,000 views a day. And you're not even trying. The content is made like almost instantly, right? So that's 25,000 views a day, just boom, 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 okay? And if you're posting that much, 25,000 views a day is the minimum you're gonna get, okay? Like that. And with the consistency, you're gonna have videos that blow up and drive mad traffic. Okay. So these are just some examples of what you can do and how you should be thinking about using this tool. And this is literally going to revolutionize content creation. Like, the output is so freaking fast, it's insane. Like, it'll take, if you want to do 50 clips, when you go and hit create 50 clips, it's been taking me 1.3 minutes to generate 50 clips. Go here to your generated clips, select them all, boom, download 20 clips into the file, go right over to YouTube and start uploading them, and you're cooking. You're going to be able to post more than anyone else. You're going to be able to outpost people. Now, the one last thing I want to talk about is finding viral content. The more you post, the more chances you have of going viral, number one. Likely you are to go viral. When you go viral, you can just duplicate those videos. You know what works. So then you can go into your library and you can cut out all the shitty audio files that didn't work, all the scripts that don't work, that get low views. You just delete all those, and then you go to Claude and you say, hey, make 50 versions of these 5 top performing scripts. Okay, boom. Then it'll give you 50 versions of that. You go back to 11 Labs, upload those 50 versions, and then come back here, upload those audio files. And now when you post content, you're posting content that you know is way more likely to go viral. And now you're really cooking. So like let's say month one on YouTube is all an experimental. After the month, then you find your top 5 videos, remake them in 100 different ways. Nice. Okay. Month 2, you explode. You get views, follows, shares, traffic, everything. Do it again. Take your top stuff, iterate, and then month 3, you are cooking. Take all your top stuff, post it everywhere. And you're just going to crush. You're just going to crush. This tool, rapid testing and rapid content creation like this, is going to literally change your life, and it's changing the content game forever. I'm already growing accounts doing this. I've been lightly testing this everywhere, and all nonchalantly, I am creating accounts that are getting views. This YouTube video got 1.1K views. This is not nearly one of the best videos, but average watch time 10. So that's basically 50% watch time on this 21-second video. Amazing. I have even better stats actually than that, way better stats than that. So anyways, thank you for tuning into this. Start using this, start playing around. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear your feedback too, but get after it. You can just create so much freaking content with Clipfy right now. All right. Peace.